Zébardi. Oula, c'est fort. Oui, je suis novice.
What? Where am I? Ah, Citizen Plus? Citizen Plus!
Échappe-toi de la salle d'attente Citoyen Plus. Effectivement, on en était là. On venait de se faire un peu niquer par Edna, là, la vieille. Ah, c'est nouveau ça. Genre il se tourne. Il se tourne vers le pointeur de souris. Ok.
Someone's locked up all my stuff. I'll never get that combination on my own.
Ok, là il y a un petit côté... merde, faut que je mette en QWERTY. Il y a un petit côté escape game là.
Make sure the McFly boy is prepped for his Citizen Plus treatment by the time I finish with my husband.
How is Citizen Brown?
I'm afraid it's worse than we imagined. He's gone completely antisocial.
Darn.
We're using every tool at our disposal to snap him out of it.
Putain, mais qu'est-ce qu'ils sont en train de faire à Doc?
Short of a complete personality rebuild will bring our leader back to us.
And it's all McFly's fault.
Unbelievable, isn't it? One teenage hooligan has brought Hill Valley to the brink of ruin. Ah, well. Let me know when he's ready. I'll be tending to Citizen Brown.
I gotta get out of here and rescue Doc.
Tiens bon Doc. Ah, la caméra qui me suit là.
Martin?
Ah, Dad, is that you?
Who else would it be?
Where are you?
C'est mon père qui me
Back in
surveille.
the garage. What are you doing in the Citizen Plus ward?
Edna threw me in here.
She can't do that to my son. How can I help?
Is there any way you can help me escape this loony bin?
What did you have in mind?
I don't know. Maybe override the security systems or something.
Override the what? Son, this isn't a science fiction movie.
Non, c'est un jeu.
Not that I'm not happy that you're here, but why are you here?
I'm looking for your mother.
Mom?
After you left, she and I had a big old fight, and, well, she went and signed herself up for a full battery of Citizen Plus treatments.
Didn't you tell her about Biff?
I tried. You know your mother. Once she puts her mind to something, she's a regular force of nature.
I figure that if I can just find her, maybe I can talk her out of this foolishness.
Oula, ça a fait pop une infinité de phrases là.
Dad, those Citizen Plus watches are gonna turn everyone in Hill Valley into robots, starting with Citizen Brown.
I always suspected digital watches were evil.
It's not the watches, Dad, it's Edna. She's completely lost it.
Citizen Edna's crazy? Oh, that's not good. Although it would explain a lot.
Je dois remonter le temps. Oui.
Know anything about cracking combination locks?
Sorry, son. I'm more of a peeping Tom than a safecracker.
Oh, tu ne me sers à rien.
Stay close, Dad.
I'm as close as I can get, Martin.
Dès que tu m'énerves.
Dad,
Ah non.
How can I help, son?
Ah, le haut-parleur ou la caméra, c'est le même truc. Non,
stay close, Dad.
I'm as close as I can get, Martin.
That's not very relaxing.
Bonsoir, Zoc. Comment vas-tu? Fenêtre. Oh, Jennifer.
Jen? Hey, Jennifer!
Elle me fait toujours la gueule.
Gotta get her attention.
J'attire son attention. Bah, moi je veux bien, mais...
Hello?
What?
What? Faites-moi sortir. Je peux avoir à manger. On a mis mes affaires sous clé. Allez voir Jennifer. On va essayer, hein.
Let me out of here.
Sorry, sir, but Citizen Plus patients aren't allowed to exit their waiting rooms until the Citizen Plus treatment chamber has been suitably prepped for their procedure.
You can't keep me in here. It's against the law.
When you sign your Citizen Plus treatment
J'ai signé,
agreement,
mon
you
pote.
gave the Citizen Plus ward legal approval to incarcerate you until the completion of your Citizen Plus treatment.
I didn't sign anything.
Of course you did, sir. Citizen Edna handed me the paperwork herself.
Of course she did. I don't suppose you believe me if I told you that Edna forged my signature?
That's a good one, sir.
Mais putain.
Hey,
J'ai faim.
could you get me a burger or something? The only food I've had today is a tofu dog.
Regrettably, sir, the rigors of the Citizen Plus treatment require you to begin the process with an empty stomach.
Why is all my stuff locked in a cage?
In order to ensure that Citizen Plus patients don't injure themselves, their belongings are placed in a locked box
Bon, au moins,
until
ils ont
the
laissé mes
completion
affaires
of their
ici.
Citizen Plus treatment.
Injure themselves?
It's a very intensive process. Some people can't handle it.
Can I take a look at my stuff for a second?
Why?
I want to make sure my guitar neck isn't getting bent.
What?
Come on, man. My parents spent a fortune on that thing.
Fine. Back away from the door, sir.
Hmm.
There.
Oh, je pensais
How's
pas
the
que ça marcherait.
guitar?
I guess it's okay.
Good.
Comment tu t'es fait prendre déjà? Je me souviens plus. Bah tu sais, à la fin de l'épisode d'avant, on arrive dans le bureau de Doc. Et en fait, c'est Edna qui est sur le fauteuil là. Elle se retourne en mode méchant de James Bond. Et elle nous fait arrêter. Doc, il est en train de prendre son traitement là. Elle est en train d'en faire un zombie. Et apparemment, on est les suivants sur la liste, moi et Jennifer. Donc là, on est dans le programme Citizen Plus. Bon, alors. Le mec, il m'ouvre le casier. Donc, si je dis à papa de regarder le code avec la caméra, il y a moyen qu'il me... Je vois que ça. Hein.
Dad,
How can I help, son?
J'essaie de regarder par-dessus l'épaule du gars.
I tried to peek over the guard's shoulder to get the combination, but he's too tall.
Over his shoulder? Hold on.
What?
I may have it on tape.
Zoom,
Ah bah il a même enregistré.
enhance. Zoom, enhance.
Bon bah il va pas servir à rien.
What?
The camera was high enough to see over his shoulder.
Nice work, Dad.
The combination is 2 left, 8 right,
Non, c'est un code.
18 left, 32
Il
right.
tourne même pas le truc.
Right.
Hey, your guitar! I'm sorry I tried to throw it out.
Yeah, the guitar's pretty cool, but this is what I care about.
No fair making your dad all misty, son.
Je vois pas trop l'intérêt de tout ça. Hein. Bon. Est-ce que je peux parler à
Dad.
Jennifer?
How can I help, son?
Tu sais comment je pourrais m'enfuir? Pourquoi tu... Ah, y a plus le truc pour parler à Jennifer? Ah si.
Could you let me talk to Jennifer?
Jennifer Parker?
Yeah, she's in the room next door.
Let's see, that'd be waiting room beta.
Bah,
Got
il
it.
est utile en
You're
fait
all
lui.
patched in, son. Jennifer.
Martin, is that you? Where are you?
I'm over here, in the camera.
Oh, Martin, aren't you in enough trouble already?
Trouble? Jen, what are you talking about?
You know, with all the drinking and the PDAs.
Jennifer, what's wrong with you? You sound strange.
I used to be strange, Martin, but thanks to my first Citizen Plus treatment,
Ah, ils ont déjà
I'm
lavé le
well on my
cerveau.
way to becoming an average, well-adjusted teenager.
Citizen Plus? Oh no, Jen, not you too.
C'est vrai que sa porte est ouverte.
Why's your door open?
Now that I'm finished with my Citizen Plus treatment, I'm free to go whenever I want. I'm just waiting for the nice guard to escort me out.
Elle va jamais
On your
m'aider.
way out, do you think you could help me break out of here?
Oh, I couldn't do that, Martin. It's against the rules.
Quelle heure est-il? Ok, je sais pas à quoi ça me sert, mais...
Hey, do you know what time it is?
No.
Didn't they give you some kind of digital watch when you were done with all
Ah,
that brainwashing?
The Citizen Plus watch? I won't get one of those for another 5 or 6 treatments.
Rats. How'd you wind up in the Citizen Plus
C'est
program
son
anyway?
père, non?
My dad signed me up, and it's a good thing, too. I was completely out of control.
I kind of liked it. Jen, this whole Citizen Plus thing is a scam. Edna's using it to take control of everyone in Hill Valley, including her husband.
You know, Citizen Edna told me you were having paranoid delusions, but I had no idea.
Bon, ok, elle me servira. T'es irrécupérable, meuf. Donc voilà.
Could you hang around for a few minutes? It's nice to have someone to talk to.
I'll be here until the guard comes for me. Then I'll really have to tell him about how you're hijacking the cameras.
Ah.
Oh, come on, don't be a narc.
I'm not a narc. I'm a good citizen.
Ok, elle a vrillé. Elle a vrillé.
Hello?
What now?
Coucou Liméa, tu vas bien? Va aller voir
Can I go
Jennifer.
visit Jennifer Parker? She's right next door.
Citizen Plus patients are not allowed to fraternize. It contaminates the treatments.
Ça va aussi. Il y avait 3 heures à tuer avant le Nintendo Direct, donc c'est pile le temps qu'il me faut pour un épisode. Si je suis pas trop nul. Alors attends. On peut pas lui dire de revenir pour qu'il ouvre le casier et lui mettre un coup de guitare dans la gueule?
Can I
Je vais
take
tenter ça.
another look at my stuff?
No.
On peut pas. Je savais même pas qu'il y avait un Nintendo Direct. Ah bah voilà. Parce que tu suis pas le Discord. Bon bah lui il me sert plus à rien. J'ai l'impression que personne ne me sert à rien. Ah attends, il y a pas un délire Voilà, j'ai tout fait, donc à part utiliser des objets. Genre la guitare sur ça là.
Okay, Jen, here's a little something.
Ouais, je commence à
I think
comprendre la
you're
logique
gonna
du jeu.
like.
Hein. Quand t'as tout
Please.
essayé, tu utilises des objets
I hope
surtout.
you still do.
Martin?
On va la ramener grâce au rock'n'roll.
Jennifer.
Oh, Martin. Martin? What are you doing?
Excuse-moi Dorian, oui, 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 oui. Il y aura des jeux intéressants au moins. Mais évidemment que non, Ozok. C'est un Nintendo Direct.
No idea, sir. I was minding my own business when all of a sudden a
On est
horrible
toujours
noise
déçus
started
avec un
coming out of
Nintendo
that
Direct.
camera.
Well, that's not right.
Yeah, well, neither is.
Voilà.
No one scrambles my brain. You hear me? No one. I'm Jennifer Parker, rock and roller.
Jen?
Oh, yeah, right.
J'ai-
Yeah.
Il a
No
un
time
casque.
for small talk, McFly. We need to get you disguised so we can walk out of here.
Après, c'était quand même une caisse en métal. J'avoue que
Calvin Klein underwear?
rien que le choc,
Really?
ça doit te sonner.
There. How do I look?
A little short for a stormtrooper, but it'll have to do. Come on.
Non, bah comme j'ai dit, moi, Nintendo Direct, j'espère juste... J'espère même pas une date pour Breath of the Wild 2, Zelda. J'espère juste un titre. Juste qu'il nous donne le titre du jeu. Et voilà. Et une date pour Splatoon 3. C'est tout. Franchement, j'attends rien d'autre. Bon, bah ici, tout est bon. C'est sûr, ils vont montrer le jeu. Bah... Ils ont bien dit qu'ils allaient principalement être focalisés sur le premier semestre 2022. Donc, à part Splatoon qui peut, surprise, genre sortir en juin. Et du coup, ils en parlent beaucoup. Zelda, c'est sûr, il sort pas avant, il sort pas là. Hein. Ce sera fin 2022, hein, au mieux. Hein. Il peut pas sortir. Ah, si. Donc, à mon avis...
Okay, Hotshot, what's next?
Now we rescue Citizen Brown, get the hell out of here, and get things back to the way they're supposed to be.
Whatever, just as long as I get to break some stuff. I've
Ouais,
got
le
a
fameux,
lot of pent-up
le fameux One
hostility
More
right
Thing,
now, you know?
mais
Miss
c'est tout.
Parker,
What
Il
the?
faut pas montrer
Yeah.
grand chose, quoi.
I'm here to escort you to the lobby. Your father's waiting for you.
Can he wait? I was hoping that this attractive young man could take me on a tour of the facilities.
I'm afraid I really must insist, miss.
Relax, Jennifer. I've got everything under control.
Really?
Really.
Okay then. But first...
What was that for?
For
Il a
saving
rien
me,
vu, là?
dummy. Let's go, officer.
You know, I'm probably gonna have to write you up for a PDA violation.
Don't bite
Ah,
me.
il a vu.
What?
Rock and roll.
Ok, on va sauver Doc. Alors, qu'est-ce qu'on a? Ça, c'est la salle de Jennifer. Ça va.
That's broken. I guess Jen did that so the guard won't be able to call for help.
Ah,
Hey, get me out of here.
Sorry, can't hear you in this thing, but thanks for the duds, though.
ok, lui, il
Stop
bougera
fighting
pas.
it, darling. You're only hurting yourself.
Attends, il y a du soda et de la bouffe, là.
Can I have some of that? Feels like I haven't eaten in years.
No, that's Tannen's. He's not allowed to eat it until he's taken his pacification pill. We tried to give it to him an hour ago, but he still hasn't swallowed it.
Let me try. I can be pretty persuasive.
No. Don't touch that! I need the caffeine.
Ok, il arrête pas de boire dedans, donc c'est sûr qu'il faut faire un truc pour qu'il boive. Enfin, faut l'empoisonner, lui.
Hey,
Shh, busy.
Il est pas rigolo. C'est quoi ses collègues? Oh, il y a eu un SO. Ombrosis. Ah bah, il y a eu un host. Ok, bah j'ai plus les alertes pour les hosts, c'est inquiétant. Mais merci Ombrosis pour le host.
Don't worry, Emmett. It'll all be over soon.
Je comprends pas pourquoi. C'est chiant ça. En fait, j'ai l'impression que maintenant les hosts Si tu hostes quelqu'un sans être en ligne, sans être en train de streamer, donc un host sans viewer quoi, ça déclenche plus d'alerte.
Do you mind? I'm trying to run a complete personality rebuild on the big man himself here.
And?
And the last thing I need is your stubby little fingers turning Hill Valley's savior into a drooling rutabaga.
Is there a problem over there, citizen?
No problem, ma'am.
Good. Let's get back to it.
Attends, mais si je fais ça... Ouais, ça marche. Je sais pas. C'est censé marcher, hein, même avec 0 viewer. Tant pis. Alors.
Wow, they've really got this door locked up tight. I wonder what sick
C'est
freak they've
Biff.
got in here. Ah! I should have known.
Ah bah c'est là où il y a la vieille là. Un peu risqué.
What are you doing in here?
Looking for the bathroom?
The next scheduled bathroom break isn't for another 158 minutes.
Right.
Ok.
Oh.
Doc.
I don't know what kind of movies they're showing Doc, but I don't think he's enjoying them.
Mais quel enfer.
That speaker looks really familiar.
Ok, il va falloir utiliser la guitare sur ça. C'est sûr. Attends, j'ai quoi sur moi là? La guitare.
No improvement, Citizen Edna. Shall I recycle the treatment?
Very well. Increase the overall stimulation levels by a factor of 1.21 kilocalories.
Putain, je vois pas ce que je peux faire en fait. Faut que je mette un truc là-dedans là, mais...
Can I have some of that? Feels like
We tried.
Lui il m'empêche. Ah mais il y a une grosse porte derrière, je suis pas allé. Putain.
What is patient Tannen's status?
I can't leave before I rescue Doc. He's the only guy who could repair the DeLorean.
Est-ce que je peux pas lui mettre un coup de guitare à lui là? Non, qu'est-ce que tu veux?
I don't feel like serenading anyone right now.
Keep away from the equipment, citizen.
I'll never get my hands on those controls while he's around.
Increase somatosensory fluids by
Alors il y a un délire avec Tannen.
17%.
Ah bah je peux parler à Albif.
Hi, Biff. Looks like your intercom's busted. Just as well. It'd probably be just a bunch of swearing and mixed metaphors anyway.
Tu veux sortir?
Want out of here, big guy? Guess they don't work. Hey, Biff. Guess who your guard is? Peekaboo! The guard says I'm not supposed to give you any food until you swallow your pill.
Ok, donc il faut que je ramasse.
I'd never get my hand under there.
Avec le journal, non? Ok, je pose le journal et je lui dis d'avaler sa pilule.
Hi, Biff. Come on, Biff, just swallow your
Donc là, il
pill.
va ravaler ce qu'il a mis par terre. Ah.
Don't worry, Emmett. It'll all be over soon.
Oh, Biff spit.
Ok. Ok, tout se débloque là. Hop, la pilule dans le soda.
Hey, is that a public display of affection over there?
What? Sorry, it was just a shadow. Stop goofing around and get back to work.
Yes, sir.
Cette logique. Je commence à la capter la logique. Hein. Faut penser à tous les trucs débiles. Allez, dors.
Jeez, what have they been feeding Biff? Horse tranquilizers?
You, God!
Who, me? I mean,
Me?
Yes, you. As you can see, that slacker of a technician is sleeping on the job again. Please be a dear and tend to the Citizen Plus control panel, will you?
Sure.
Okay, Doc, I'm in. Now, how do I get you out of here without turning you into a vegetable?
Ok.
Jeez, where's the off button on this thing? Hey, an equalizer. At least, I think it's an equalizer.
Alors, optique, volume, tactile, gastrosenseur, olfactif.
Just let it go, Emmett. When you wake up,
Ça
you'll
fonctionne
be
très bien
all
OBS, j'ai envie de stream. Mais je t'ai dit OBS c'est... En plus c'est pas compliqué hein. Donc Coucou Poké, bon lurk, j'espère que tu vas bien. Et encore là, tu t'es enregistré avec le son à part. Imagine quand si tu branches un vrai micro et que tout est géré, t'as tellement rien à faire après. Ok Doc, j'arrive. Qu'est-ce qu'on fait? Qu'est-ce qu'on fait? Olfactif.
Olfactory. I think I know what that means.
Bah, c'est l'odeur. On va faire des expériences sur le doc là.
What the?
Looks like the aroma tanks have clogged themselves again.
Oh, thank you. I hadn't noticed that. Come on, make yourself useful.
Ah oui, bah c'est une fois, oui. Une fois que c'est bien
I'm
accordé.
sorry about the delay, dear. This'd go a lot easier if you just gave up this madness about time machines and altering the past. You should concentrate on the future.
There is no future for us.
You won't think that in a few more
Elle est
hours.
complètement ravagée, là.
And please, think about the consequences of your actions.
Me? You're the one threatening the social order of Hill Valley with your crazy time machine talk.
Volume. Finally, a word I can understand.
Non mais là, je suis en train de le torturer, là. Ah.
Okay, that moved him a few inches. Maybe I can blast him right out the door.
Je peux pas brancher ma guitare.
I can't plug my guitar into that.
Ah, mais peut-être de l'autre côté.
Where's Martin?
Don't worry,
Maintenant qu'elle est en
dear.
bas, je peux aller
After
là-bas.
we're done repairing your damaged mind, we'll fix young Mr. McFly, too.
Eh, McFly! croyais t'avoir dit plus foutre les pieds ici. Ah bah non, mais en fait, ça sert à rien de venir là. Microphone.
Check. Sibilance. Sibilance.
What was that?
Ok, donc c'est là qu'il faut faire de la guitare. Maintenant qu'on a mis le son à fond. Attends, y'a quoi ici?
Locked. Crap.
Je crois qu'on est bon. Hein.
When did I lose control?
Oh, dearest.
On va l'éjecter.
Let's get ready to blow this joint.
What was that? You! What are you doing?
Let's go!
Get my friend out of here, you nutcase. Okay, that was a little less dramatic than I had expected.
Ça a pas bien marché. Allez, plan B.
Let's go, Your Honor.
What? I can't hear you!
You're welcome.
Damn you, slackers!
Tu vois qu'il va réparer la DeLorean en un claquement de doigts, alors que dans cet univers, il l'a jamais fabriqué.
This is an Omega 1 priority alert. Potentially disruptive nonconformists are loose in the courthouse. Please return to your homes until the situation has been resolved. Have a nice day.
What do we do now?
Now we wait for the guards to clear out so we can make a break for your time machine.
Hey, it's my mom.
Lorraine.
Hey.
Don't talk to her. She could give us away.
Au fait, elle est où la DeLorean? Qu'est-ce qu'Edna vous faisait?
What the heck was Edna doing to you back there?
She was trying to rebuild my personality from the ground up, erasing the parts she didn't like.
Harsh. Shouldn't we go help?
Once we go back and change history, none of this will ever happen.
Voilà, les
I
bruits de
guess.
claques alors qu'elle...
Where is the DeLorean anyway?
I had the wreck towed to my secret lab near Clayton Ravine.
Clayton Ravine,
Le ravin
as in
Clayton.
Clara Clayton?
Why? Is that significant?
Oui.
Clara's kind of supposed to be your wife, so yeah.
Fascinating.
Voilà, putain.
All right, Dad. No offense, Your Honor, but why'd you marry Edna anyway? She's kind of crazy.
Yes, now. But back when we were first dating, her manners was tempered by an ironclad sense of right and wrong. At least, that's how it seemed to me at the time.
Mom, Dad, no!
They'll be fine. Once we repair the time stream, none of this will ever have happened.
I guess you're right.
Looks like the coast is clear.
Great, let's go fix the DeLorean.
I'm afraid I'll have to do that without you, Martin.
What? Why?
Well, from what little I understand of time travel, if you help me rebuild the time machine, your presence in the repair efforts could cause some sort of temporal paradox after we return to 1931.
So what am I supposed to do? Just
bon?
hang
Ah,
out
j'ai pas
here in
compris, là.
Bizarro Hill Valley until you fix the time machine?
Exactly. But don't worry, if things work out according to plan, you won't even notice I'm gone.
You know, for a second there, you sounded almost as confusing as the real Doc.
See? We're making progress already. See you soon, Martin.
Good luck, Your Honor.
Alors pourquoi est-ce que si je l'aide, ça aura un
and
impact
you
sur
might
le
want to
temps?
stay off the streets for a few seconds.
Stay off the street. Citizen Brown?
Parce
Emmett?
qu'il va débarquer avec la DeLorean qu'il aura réparée. Ah, faut vraiment juste attendre.
He's not coming back, you know.
What are you talking about?
Emmett. Without me to guide him, he's almost useless.
Qu'est-ce qu'on va voir?
Before I found him, he was a miserable failure who never finished anything. But with me to inspire him, look at what we've built!
Vous l'avez poussé à filer du mauvais coton. L'expression. On peut accomplir de grandes choses sans vous. La vraie femme de Doc est plus cool. Ouais, déjà, on va dire ça.
Not the only inspiration in Doc's life, you know. In my timeline, he married one of the sweetest women of the 19th century.
Sweetness. Yeah. Emmett needs discipline to stay focused. He's so easily distracted.
You think you've inspired Doc? I'll have you know that without you, Emmett Brown is destined to build a time-traveling DeLorean and a flying time train.
Preposterous. Emmett couldn't even build a dog feeder without me to guide him.
Yeah, well, he did that too.
Par contre, tu t'es vomi dessus, ça se passe comment là? C'est très chelou ça.
Yeah, you've inspired him all right. Inspired him to turn Hill Valley into a bunch of uptight dorks.
I wouldn't expect a delinquent like you to understand.
Okay, Your Honor. Starting to get a little concerned here.
Voilà. That's my Doc.
It worked! Ha ha! 1 second I'm in the present, the next I'm 6 months in the past. Amazing!
6 mois.
6 months? It took you 6 months to repair the time machine?
6 months, my family fortune, and a sketchy deal with a gang of Libyan nationals. But it was all worth it for this moment. Ha ha!
Emmett, don't do this. You need help.
Oh, blow it out of your exhaust, poor dear. Now that I've escaped into the past, your pack of divorce lawyers can't... Martin, how long have you been waiting for me?
A couple of minutes, maybe?
That's curious. I set the repair time circuits to arrive only a couple of seconds after I left. Oh, well, I'm sure there's no need for concern. It's probably just a minor miscalibration of the time circuits. Here.
What's this?
Clothes for our trip. We can't have you traipsing around 1931 in that...
Ah, retourne en 31.
Wait, our trip?
You didn't think I was going to let you erase the worst mistake of my life without my help, did you?
Fine, leave.
Elle est même pas choquée de voir une machine à voler dans le temps.
Time circuit set for August 26, 1931. You ready to go, Your Honor?
Call me, Doc.
J'ai pas aimé son histoire de quelques secondes qui se transforme en minutes là. Il y a toujours des problèmes.
This is where I last saw him. You, teenage you. You were headed this way, arm in arm with Edna.
Ugh, luckily, my erstwhile wife was never the type to kiss on a first date. If we work fast and stay focused, we can see to it that our relationship never moves beyond the hand-holding stage. Well, will you look at that? The old town theater.
Cool.
Very cool.
I haven't thought about this place in years. The missus made me tear it down back in '71. Said the movies were corrupting the younger generation. It was all nonsense.
Ça, c'est la tristesse. Elle a fait raser l'endroit où ils ont eu leur premier encart, quoi.
Never turned me into a hoodlum. Say, remember Public Enemy? Why, you dirty rat, no good yellow-bellied stool? Never did manage to see Frankenstein, though.
C'est pour ça qu'on est là, mais vous allez le faire right
You're
now.
going to. That's what we're here for, remember?
Right, of course. The film that was supposed to set off a chain reaction in my imagination. inspiring with a notion that would launch my scientific career.
You've still got no memory of what that notion was?
Well, how could I? It happened in the brain of a different Emmett Brown. An Emmett Brown now erased by the shifting sands of time. Luckily for us, I do know something about my own brain, having lived in it for the past 70+ years. Once we get my younger self re-inspired by that movie, nothing will distract him from his proper... Great Scott, will you look at that?
The town square?
It's just like I remember it, only dirtier. Oh, the old courthouse.
Come on now, Doc, you need to go inside and check it out. First rule of time travel, Doc, never allow your other self to catch sight of you.
nous, on lui
It can cause
explique maintenant.
reality to collapse or something.
You mean?
Right behind you. Don't peek. Go on. I'll let you know when you're gone. And don't forget, you're Carl Sagan.
The billions and billions guy?
The suspected arsonist.
Huh?
Just go with it.
En vrai, si lui se rend compte jeune, il y a peu de chances qu'il y ait un problème, puisqu'il se reconnaîtra pas, puisqu'il... Vas-y, on va aller le voir. Il s'est fait tout beau. Le bougre.
Michael, you do show up at the oddest moments. Where have you been hiding?
Dans une contre-utopie que vous avez créée dans un établissement de reconditionnement mental. Alors là, clairement, je vais pas finir ma phrase. Il va rien dire. Vu les choix qu'il me propose.
Oh, you know, here and there,
voilà.
You're a little hard to pin down yourself. I went looking for you last night, but...
I believe I was off entertaining a beautiful lady. You know, I never really got a chance to thank you.
Well, I'm sure you would have escaped Kid on your own.
Kid? Oh, sure, I'm grateful for that, but no, I'm talking about Edna. It's funny to think of now, but
il est déjà
until
amoureux,
that
le con.
crisis, I actually thought Edna and I disliked one another. Imagine.
Les filles, c'est pas tout. Oubliez Edna. Ah, il faut jamais faire confiance à sa première impression.
Yeah, well, sometimes first impressions are right.
Ah,
The thing
il
is,
faut
you
toujours
shouldn't
faire...
let Edna distract you from, you know, the business at hand. Finishing your project for the expo and going to see Frankenstein.
Oh, pshaw. I'm far too busy for movies these days.
But,
And as for my project, it's practically done.
The rocket car?
The rocket car? Boy, are you out of date. I've junked a rocket car.
But...
More trouble than it's worth. I'll never figure out a propulsion system that does what I want it to do. And besides, its social utility is practically non-existent.
Son utilité sociale.
No, you were really onto something with the rocket car. You've just gotta...
The mental alignment meter is a much more worthy project.
The what?
It was Edna's idea, and she's really been cracking the whip to get me to complete it in time for the expo.
Emmett, I'm a little confused here.
C'était votre premier rendez-vous, ça ne fait qu'une journée. Que se passe-t-il ici?
What day is it?
Why, it's opening day. The opening day of the expo. Which reminds me, I'd better skedaddle back to the lab. If Edna catches me dawdling, there'll be
On n'est
heck
pas
to
revenu au
pay.
bon moment.
Catch you around, Corleone.
October 12th. Doc?
Elle est bizarre cette caméra là. On est revenu trop tard. Donc il y a bien un problème avec la machine. Attends, il est où ce con?
Come to think of it, it is a bit brisk for August.
Oh, we're 2 months late. The expo's about to start and teenage you is already in over his head with Edna.
I always did have a tendency to plunge into things.
Let's plunge into the DeLorean and get to the right date.
No, it's far too risky. Remember how I was late picking you up in '86?
Yeah?
That should have been a tip-off. Something is horribly wrong with the time circuits, and the problem appears to be getting worse. If we try to jump now, we could find ourselves stranded in the Cenozoic Age. Or worse, the Mesozoic.
Then we're stuck?
For the time being. I'll look into the problem and see what I can do. In the meantime, you can go to
Évidemment.
work on the other problem.
Right. I'll go to the
Ça
lab
aurait
and
été
see if
trop
I can
simple.
talk teenage you out of...
Impossible. If young me is already as infatuated as you say, you're not going to be able to talk him out of anything. Believe me, I remember. Better to focus on the more clear-headed half of the couple.
Edna, where can I find her?
Where do you think? I'll drive. The DeLorean should still function adequately as a means of conveyance in the first 3 dimensions.
Ah, c'est l'école.
You were right. There she is.
My soon-to-be ex-future wife is nothing if not predictable.
Do I really have to talk to her? I mean, couldn't I just hang out until you fix the time circuits and...
Oh!
I'll talk to her. You'd better get the DeLorean out of sight before someone...
Hey, you! Quit blocking the drive! All car of the future contestants need
C'est
to
lui qui voulait se
report
battre
to
avec
the
moi dans le
North
bar.
Tent.
Why not? Good luck!
Tente des voitures du futur.
Come see the cars of the future. Brought to you by Statler DeSoto. I shouldn't go anywhere until I've talked to Edna.
Ok, bon, alors. Il y a mon grand-père.
Spell it B-R-O-W-N. It's not exactly an obscure name.
I still don't see it on the list. I'm sorry.
Oh, for the love... Let me try this one more time. This is the Hill Valley Science Expo, right?
First annual.
Indeed. The purpose of our fair is to showcase cutting-edge technology.
That's right. And to burnish Hill Valley's reputation as a forward-thinking community.
And yet, you want to exclude the maker of the most revolutionary breakthrough of all.
It's not that I want to, but... oh, dear.
Mr. Corleone! You do pop up at the oddest times. What are you doing here?
Je vous fais rompre avec Emmett. J'empêche un futur thème.
I need to...
Whatever it is, I hope you don't have to deal with Mr. Stonewall here. His sole function seems to be preventing people from accomplishing their business. Honestly, with him keeping the books, it's a wonder the Tannen gang got as far as they did.
Have
you seen Emmett?
Oui.
Yeah, just now, in the town square.
Oh, then you've heard all about his big breakthrough, the mental alignment meter. Isn't it exciting? And to think, he didn't even realize the import of his discovery until I pointed it out to him. I've never known anyone like him, so oblivious to his own potential.
I kind of wanted to talk to you about Emmett and his potential.
Funny, I didn't spot it myself at first. In fact, for the longest time, I thought I didn't even like him.
Oh là là, elle aussi elle l'aime.
Yeah.
On va dire la même chose, mais ça marchera pas.
You know, those gut instincts are important. If you disliked him right off the bat.
Oh, but I didn't know him then. Now I know him inside and out.
Yeah, but...
I appreciate your concerns, Mr. Corleone, but I can take care of myself. I know what I'm looking for in a man, and it so happens Emmett fits the bill to a T. That's Emmett Brown. Rhymes with clown, which I'm beginning to think you are.
Just a simple mix-up, I'm sure.
I've no doubt of that.
Ok. Type.
Hey, excuse me.
Yeah?
When does the expo
Not
open?
till tonight. Anybody without official business here, please get off the
Putain, mais il
ground.
est adorable lui.
You got official business here?
Yeah.
Well, stay out of the way of the workers. You look familiar. Do I know
T'as essayé de me
you?
frapper 2 fois et à chaque fois
nope.
tu t'es fait. On va parler à grand-père.
Hey, Artie.
Officer.
Officer?
Right. Don't blow your cover.
Will you please keep your mind on the task at hand?
Can't talk right now.
Ok, bah on n'est pas plus avancé. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a d'autre dans le coin?
It's not as nice as my truck back in '86. Jeez, I hope I still have a truck back in '86.
Porte d'entrée. Ah mais c'est la porte d'entrée là-bas. Je mets de la vie, je vais rentrer.
Yeah?
When does the expo
Not
open?
till tonight.
Doc's right. If we want to break Edna and Emmett up, we better approach it from Edna's side of the relationship.
Faut que je lui reparle à Edna.
You said that Emmett fits your bill of requirements for a man.
Yes?
What would that list be exactly?
You'd make a good reporter, Mr. Corleone, you know that? Well, his physical appearance for one thing. Emmett may not be Clark Gable, but he cleans up surprisingly well. I gave him my grandfather's white suit to wear at the expo. Oh, you should see him in it. He looks positively radiant.
Looks good in a suit. Got it.
And he's completely devoted to me. That's important. I've got no time or tolerance for playboys.
Faithful as a Labrador. Check.
Thirdly, and most important...
Yes?
Well, his mind, of course. It's
Attends,
brilliant,
je prends des notes pour
and
la
it's
draguer, là, ou quoi?
virtuous through and through. His own mind map shows him to be a model citizen.
Good brain. I see. And if it turned out that you were mistaken about any of these qualities...
Say, what's your game?
Just curious. Just trying to understand the female mind.
Ah non, ok.
Well, understand this. I'm not some faint-hearted girl who'd run away at the first hint of trouble. I've made a big investment in Emmett. Not money, but I've sunk all my ambitions into him. I'd have to be thoroughly disillusioned before I'd call it quits with Emmett. Got it?
Challenge accepted.
Now, Mr. Cub Reporter, is there anything else?
Emmett a un aimant à fille, vous ne connaissez pas Emmett comme moi, c'est une bonne chose que... C'est quoi un... Ouais, ça m'intéresse.
What the heck is this mental alignment meter of Emmett's?
Oh, it's an absolutely revolutionary invention! Measures a person's affinities, what he's attracted to, what he's repulsed by, that sort of thing.
Interesting. And it really works?
Well, of course! What's the point of inventing something that doesn't work? Or, anyway, it works well enough for my purposes.
Voilà, sûrement une très bonne idée. Bon.
That's all the questions I got.
Very well, then.
Oh, grand-mère.
Hey, Audie. You seen my Oriole?
You mean this?
Yeah, thanks.
She gets to come and go freely, and I'm forced to wait. I love it.
Faire croire à Edna qu'Emmett la trompe. Emmett le trompe.
To all who approach these hallowed halls, I bid thee welcome. To all who approach these hallowed halls, I bid thee welcome. To all who... Oh, hiya, kid. Say, aren't you the fellow who...
Got you to turn on Kid Tannen? You bet.
You look younger without your mustache. That was a dirty trick, you know, making me think Kid had gone and iced Audie.
I'm sorry, but it was the only way I could...
Forget about it. I'm trying to. Yesterday's in the past. That's my motto. You gotta live for today.
Right.
So what are you doing down here anyway? Do you wish to pull the levers that control the future? At the expo, silly. Technology for a better tomorrow, and all that.
Oh, yeah, that's actually why I'm here.
Ah. Comment va Kid? On s'en fout. Qu'est-ce qui se passe? Non, 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 vas-y, on va rendre Edna jalouse.
Listen, I've got a proposal for you. I have this friend, right?
No dice. I'm only seeing Audie now.
It's not like that. See, my friend's in a relationship with Edna Strickland.
Oh, poor schmuck. I wouldn't wish her on anyone.
Then you see where I'm coming from. He won't listen to reason, but I thought she might call it off if she thought he and you were, you know.
Ah, you are an evil imp, ain't ya?
Sometimes a guy's got to resort to underhanded tricks. What do you say?
Sorry.
Ah,
Edna might be a pill, but if I play dirty tricks on every dame who disapproves of me, well, I'd play a lot of dirty tricks. Besides, such stunts are beneath the dignity of Techni, Muse of Progress.
En plus, je sais pas si c'est vraiment un bon plan pour moi d'envoyer ma grand-mère flirter avec quelqu'un avec le risque que mon grand-père le voit et que du coup j'existe plus.
So Artie's working for the expo too, huh?
Oh, Artie's doing swell. The papers made a big deal of him testifying against Kid. People have been beating down his door ever since the trial. The expo's darn lucky they could get him.
See ya, Trixie.
From this chamber of wonders, we bid you a fond adieu.
Bon bah c'est la merde.
Back again, Mr. Corleone? What can I help you with?
I was thinking.
J'ai parlé à Trixie.
I found out about Trixie Trotter.
Yes?
Apparently they made her some sort of queen of the festival. Techni, the muse of progress.
They didn't. Well, they said this expo would give Hill Valley a reputation. I didn't realize this is what they meant.
What have you got against Trixie?
It's the idea of it. Allowing our city to be represented by a woman like that. I won't stand for it. As a socially conscious citizen, I demand you discharge that muse.
Trixie? What's wrong with her?
Oh, she's hardly qualified for an honorific post at a public event.
Look, lady, she fits the costume. She's an American citizen, and she managed to memorize all her lines. What more qualifications do you want?
Oh, these people are impossible.
Le changement de village. Vous voulez faire virer Trixie? Ah, bah.
Why do you want to get Trixie fired?
One simply can't allow women like that to attain positions of respect in society. It creates a very bad precedent for the future.
Du coup, ça va la motiver à
But
suivre
try
mon plan,
telling it to
Trixie.
this poor sap. She's got him completely steamrolled. That's how they operate.
Is it?
Still, I could get her discharged if I had the goods on her. No doubt a woman like that has left a trail of scandal, and I'd find it if I were still a reporter. But I haven't got time to do the legwork now. I'm too busy with Emmett and our
Ah, il faut qu'on la fasse
invention.
virer comme ça, alors à la rage.
That's all the questions I got.
Very well then.
Et elle va la rendre
How
jalouse.
about you? Have you got any questions for me?
No.
Then kindly let me pass.
I'm afraid I can't until I've located your registration form.
Oh, this is absurd!
To all who approach these hallowed halls. What's cooking?
Ideas. Up here.
Alors. Putain, y a pas de nouveaux trucs.
Look, my friend Emmett really needs help.
The one who's going out with Edna Strickland? You're darn right he needs help.
I'm not asking you to actually seduce him. Just make her think that you two have a thing going. It'll drive her crazy.
I guess it would.
So...
I wouldn't do that to another girl
Elle veut te
unless
faire
I was
virer.
good and mad at her. And besides, it might tarnish my image as a muse.
See you, Trixie.
Don't be a stranger.
Ou alors il faut vraiment que je la fasse virer. J'avais pas l'impression d'avoir d'autres choix. T'as les
Back
allers-retours.
again, Mr. Corleone? What can I help?
I was thinking.
Vous la feriez virer? Ah, peut-être qu'il faut que je fasse ça.
So you wouldn't hesitate to get Trixie fired from her job?
If I had the goods on her. She's obviously got her employer completely bamboozled. The only way to snap him out of his spell would be to show him something really shocking.
Ah, alors attends, il faut que j'apprenne un truc.
That's all the questions I got.
Very well then.
Still look.
Est-ce que lui, il peut me dire un truc?
Hey, Artie!
Can't talk right now.
Ah. Voilà, il faut qu'elle me parle de Kid alors.
What's cooking?
How's Kid's trial going?
Slowly. You know what they say. The wheels of justice grind slowly, but infinitely fine.
Except in Hill Valley, where they don't move at all.
What?
Nothing, it's just, you know, something I heard once. So no regrets about turning him in?
None at all. I should have known better than to take up with him in the first place. But what can I say? I was dumb. I let myself get taken in by his charm.
Charm? Whose idea was it to put a science and technology expo in Hill Valley?
Beats me. Audie says it's all bred in circuses. But I ain't seen a single clown yet today.
So who are you supposed to be?
Don't you know your Homer? I am Techni Muse of Progress. You can tell by the lightning bolts.
Must have slept through that class.
I'm supposed to be a goddess-like. I'm the one who inspires all the great men who make the discoveries. And women, too. Leave us not forget Madame Curie.
I never would. So you work for the expo?
Yeah, ain't it a kick? I greet all the important guests. And on the final day, I get to bestow the golden sundial on the winning contestant.
Ok, je pense qu'il faut continuer à...
Techni, Muse of Progress. Not a bad gig.
Audie got it for me. It's my entree into respectability.
Ok, ça sert à rien. Fais ça.
Whose idea was it to put a
Ah, j'ai déjà
science and
fait.
technology?
Beats me. Audie says it's all...
See you, Trixie.
Don't be a stranger.
Bon, j'ai peu d'idées. On va retourner voir Doc. Peut-être faire un truc à la bagnole.
Ah, good. You're back. Give me the full report.
She says she likes you because you've got a virtuous mind, you look good in a suit, and you're completely faithful to her.
Damn, she's got me dead to rights. Well, you'll just have to find a way to change her mind. I'll
Non,
be
sur
here
Deck.
if you need any help. Do you need any help?
Oui. J'essaie de convaincre Tracy de m'aider. J'ai un plan.
I think I'm starting to get a plan.
Good. Tell me. No, no. After all, it's my history we're talking about. If I learn how you're planning on altering it, my resolve may weaken.
Merde.
I suggested a little scheme to Trixie, but I don't know if she's gonna go along with it.
Pursue whatever strategies you like, but please don't tell me
Putain,
the
il va pas
details.
m'aider en fait. Bon, il est où le jeune
Any
toi
idea what your teenage self is doing right now?
Unless I miss my guess, he's in the garage frantically working on his latest invention and cursing because he can't quite get it to work. Damn!
Bon bah c'est la merde. On va se barrer.
Have you figured out what's wrong with the time circuits?
Not sure. Possibly. It seems to me to be a simple wiring issue, but I'm double checking to make sure. All the basic equipment appears to be functional.
Any chance I could borrow the DeLorean? I want to drop in on young you at the lab.
Well, I don't know. The time circuits...
Listen, I promise I won't take it to 88.
Even so, I'm worried about letting it out of my sight while it's still behaving unpredictably. Tell you what, I'll take it on a test drive 1 minute into the past. If it passes the test, I'll let you borrow it.
It worked! Didn't it?
I'm afraid not. In fact, the discrepancy appears to be getting worse. I arrived 6 hours ago.
Oh, too bad.
I didn't want to risk undoing any of the work you've done thus far, so I kept out of sight. But the time lag wasn't entirely a waste. I stopped by the hardware store and bought the parts for a chronometric analyzer.
A what?
A diagnostic device. See, I plug it into the time circuits and set them to cycle. When the green light goes off, I should have the data I'll need to understand the scope of the problem.
Hey, no driving the exhibits off the lot!
Looks like you'll have to find another set of wheels if you want to get to the
Ah
lab.
putain. Ah ils ont ouvert ça, ok. Pas au labo d'Emmet. Donc il me faut la bagnole. Ah, c'est Q-Ball.
Hey, pal.
Oh, jeez, this guy again.
Funny, I was gonna say the same thing. Shouldn't you be in jail with the rest of Kid's gang?
I was, but then an opportunity availed itself and I...
Sang like a canary.
I prefer to think of it as
Il a pas les dents
exhibiting
vertes.
an admirable sense of self-preservation.
Will you be playing piano for Trixie later?
Nah.
Why not?
Cause little Miss Goody Two-Shoes thinks she's too respectable for cue ball these days.
You seem kind of angry about Trixie.
Angry? Listen, kid, me and Trixie go way back. I know stuff about her that even Kid doesn't know. Stuff that'd curl your socks.
Really?
Oh, yeah. And now to see her flouncing around the place, making like her stink don't smell, it just... well... it just cheeses me off, you know?
Ah, donc lui, il va balancer des dossiers sur elle que je vais pouvoir balancer à Edna, qui va la faire virer. Ok, ça ressemble à un plan.
So what's so, toe curling about Trixie's past?
Yeah, like I'm gonna tell you.
Oh, come on.
No.
Tell you what, I'll tell you something embarrassing about me first.
Like what?
Ma mère m'a vu en sous-vêtements, ouais, bon. Ma mère m'a fait du gang, j'ai détourné un train.
Last year, I drove a train off a cliff.
Why'd you do that?
You know, now that I think about it, I'm not really sure. It's a long story.
All right, Junior, you win. That was pretty embarrassing. Almost as embarrassing as this.
Is that Trixie?
Voilà, petite
Yep.
photo olé olé.
She's not wearing much.
No kidding. She did a lot of these artistic postcards a few years ago. I got a whole set of them.
Can I, have one?
I don't know. You ain't gonna do nothing bad with it, are you?
Hey, I promise. I'll only use it for the greater good.
Wow. Okay.
Ok. On est bon. Ouais, j'avoue, qu'est-ce qu'il y a avec tes dents,
Hey,
là?
what's with your teeth?
My teeth?
Yeah, they're green.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Seriously, man, what's going on with your teeth?
It's nothing. Nothing. Oh, crap.
What's wrong?
It's these.
Dr. Frinkle's algae cakes?
A crate of them fell off the truck while I was unloading it, and I just can't stop eating them. How was I to know they'd turn my teeth green?
Well, the algae part might have been a clue.
Please don't rat me out to Artie, okay? I really need this job.
No problem, but you better let me keep the cakes.
Sure thing, pal.
M'a donné le gâteau. Ok.
What kind of stuff have they got you hauling here?
How the heck would I know? Electro this, robo that, dynamo the other. It's all Greek to me.
Have you heard from Kid lately?
We're not exactly on speaking terms these days, on account of our varying degrees of incarceration.
Ok, merci.
Hang loose,
pote.
pal.
You talk funny, mister.
Donc on a... Merde, non, non, je veux pas d'indice. J'ai pas lu. On a récupéré des petits gâteaux aux algues et la photo de Trixie. Attends, c'est quoi l'autre truc là? Liste des points forts des maîtres, ok. Donc ça c'est quoi?
Pleasant dreams, Hill Valley. And the Expo would like to remind you that you can find everything you need to transform your dreams into reality at Hal's Hardware. Hal's Hardware, serving our fair city since 1895.
Press button to experience future Hill Valley, circa 1981. I don't think I've visited that timeline yet.
The century looks bright for our fair metropolis. Jump with us 50 years into the future for a peek at Hill Valley circa 1981. Courtesy of Hal's Hardware and the collective imagination of mankind. Could this...
My future wouldn't be built so shoddily.
Hi, Miss Strickland. I was just...
Break what you like, Mr. Corleone. It's no skin off my nose. Just keep away from Emmett's booth. Speaking of whom, I better go see what's keeping him.
Je vais aller le voir.
I'll go check on him for you. I was just heading there anyway.
No, you weren't. The last thing he needs is another distraction at the 11th hour.
But...
Tut-tut. Not another word. I've got the rest of the day all mapped out.
Miss Strickland!
I'm sorry, I don't recognize you. Heavens, you shaved off your hair, but... Carl Sagan?
I'd like a word with you, if I may.
I'm not sure it would be seemly for me to be seen in the company of an alleged arsonist.
I think it may be in your best interest. You see, I know what you're up to.
Let's go somewhere where we can talk privately.
Go. I'll keep her occupied till you get back.
Ok, j'ai fini avec ça là.
I wish the courthouse did look like that in 1981.
Attends, si je lui montre, juste pour voir, si je lui montre la photo à elle. Qu'est-ce qu'elle va dire?
I just want to make sure. Is this you on this postcard?
Yeah, that was my first photo shoot. You want me to autograph it?
That's okay.
Ok, elle a pas l'air... Ah, du coup, je peux aller voir Arthur.
Hey, Artie.
Hey, Mr. G-Man. How's the, undercover operation?
If everything goes as planned, we should be wrapping things up real soon now.
Well, when it's time for me to play my part, just say the word.
C'est pas Edna virer Trixie. Mais en fait...
You haven't met I mean, Sylvia yet, have you?
My contact person? Not yet. Is he or she at the expo?
I don't think so.
Ah non, mais c'est pas elle en fait,
sure
ma
it'll
grand-mère.
be a she.
Laissez pas Edna virer Trixie. Bah si, nous on veut qu'elle fasse virer. Bon, vas-y.
Keep doing what you're doing, Grandpa.
Grandpa?
That's our, code name for you.
Oh, ha! Funny.
Comment on se casse du coup?
Now that I've got my bitchin' train/skateboard, I don't need the DeLorean to get around town.
Ah mais comment j'utilise le skate?
Back in '86, I could just skateboard from Doc's lab to the high school.
J'ai compris. Et comment j'utilise le skate? Rue.
Hang on, Emmett. Hope you're ready for a big breakup.
Ok, d'accord. Putain.
Emmett?
Ouais, qu'est-ce qu'il fout là, lui?
Thanks again for your assistance, Detective Parker.
Detective? What the hell is Kid doing here?
Nothing criminal, I assure you. I was just getting a mind map of Mr. Tannen for our exhibition at the expo. The authorities wouldn't allow Edna and I to stage a demonstration of the mental alignment meter with a violent felon, but this little baby is just as good. Okay, let's see now what's next. Check the stew, sort the maps. Ooh, I almost forgot that.
Edna really is cracking the whip, isn't she?
Well, yes, but she's got my best interests at heart. Without her, I can get so distracted. Did she send you down here to check up on me?
Yeah, she wanted to come herself, but...
She's busy too, I know. Well, you're a poor substitute for Edna's lovely features, but make yourself at home.
Thanks.
No thanks are necessary. Without you, I'd never be where I am now, in love with the woman of my dreams, and a mere 6 hours from my first public triumph as a scientist. Wait a minute. 6 hours? Jumping Jehoshaphat, I'm running out of time!
Faire croire à Edna qu'Emmett n'est pas un citoyen modèle.
Hey, Emmett, got a sec?
Why, yes. In fact, I've got several.
Can't believe you invented all this in 2 months.
Well, like I said, there's not really a whole lot of inventing going on here. I just dressed up a $5 potentiometer with a lot of bells and whistles.
But...
don't get me wrong, it does a remarkable job of telling whether a subject is currently liking or disliking what they're experiencing. But all the extra stuff about sorting out criminals from model citizens is mostly a bunch of hooey at this point.
Ok, bon, c'est que les trucs
You look
inutiles.
busy. Why don't we talk later?
Sure thing.
I Don't Care by Trixie Trotter?
Edna doesn't approve of that sort of music, but I find it very soothing. Oh.
They say I'm crazy, got no sense,
But I don't care.
they may or may not mean offense.
Hmm. Ok, il a gardé le casque sur lui.
If I'm gonna take Emmett's mind map, I'd better replace it with another one. The mind of a degenerate criminal.
This kid Tannen's mind map, as captured by our mind map helmet.
Eh ben, on inverse les
Tell
deux.
he's a criminal just by looking at this?
No, but when it's fed into the mental alignment meter...
Weird.
Weird nothing. It's science.
How does the mental alignment thing work?
Here, I'll show you.
Hey!
The test subject wears this mind mapping helmet, which probes the brain by measuring fluctuations in skin conductance and electrical resistance on the surface of the parietal lobe.
Uh-huh.
When I turn on the mind mapping helmet with this radio switch, the subject is exposed to a series of visual stimuli, intended to provoke a series of positive or negative responses, as indicated by these lights on the helmet.
Hey, is that...
As the responses are recorded, they're relayed to this special typewriter, which prints out a punch card that represents the subject's mind map.
All I see is a bunch of holes.
Well, to you, maybe. But to our mental alignment meter, this mind map is nothing less than a peek into your subconscious. Observe as I place your mind map into the MAM.
Layabout. Is that machine calling me a slacker?
No, your own physiological responses did.
Coup, alors attends. Ah, on peut pas inverser. Ah, on peut créer une...
How goes the bacteria farm?
Not so hot. The bacteria have kind of gotten out of control. Had to put a clamp on the nitrogen tube to keep the stench from flooding the lab.
Ok, je crois que j'ai capté. Il faut lui faire ressentir des émotions en fonction de...
I'd be careful of that if I were you.
Why?
The rocket fuel experiment must have stripped one of the teeth in the hand crank. As a consequence, if you turn it for more than 10 seconds, it... Whoa! Sends out an electric shock.
Ouais, voilà, c'est ça. Ok. Donc ça, il aime bien. Ça envoie un choc électrique. Et ça envoie de la puanteur. Bidon d'huile.
What's this?
That's a can of used motor oil, rocket fuel waste, and assorted chemical sludge left over from my abandoned rocket car.
Gross.
Accounting doesn't enter into it, but it is disgusting. Would you mind disposing of it on your way out?
Sure.
Faire croire à Edna qu'Emmett est un cochon. Ah. Genre je salis son costume.
Hey, Emmett, I've got a... Whoa! Whoops.
What the heck?
Oh, jeez, I'm sorry. Your suit's ruined. Edna's gonna be royally PO'd.
Wrong.
What?
When Edna gave me this suit, I realized that the probability of me keeping it clean was infinitesimally remote, so I spent a few hours whipping up this.
No!
Whoa! What was that?
A chemical compound capable of wiping the grime off any surface.
Emmett, you'll make a fortune.
Not anytime soon, I'm afraid. Due to an inherent instability in its molecular makeup, after 12 hours, the cleanser's component chemicals break down into a series of cloth-shredding enzymes, rendering it unsuitable for commercial use.
Wait a minute, does that mean your suit's gonna dissolve in 12 hours?
Hey, gods, no. The solution dissipates into the air after it's applied. But it does mean that after this batch of cleanser ages another 11 hours and 53 minutes, it would eat away this suit faster than 1,000 starving moths. And that would be a crisis of unimaginable proportions.
Why?
Because this suit belongs to Edna's grandfather, who wore it on his wedding day. Poor guy was gunned down just a few years later.
Emmett?
Well, enough wool gathering. Back to work.
Alors attends, il y a un truc à faire avec ça là. Non, pas sorti. Nettoyant.
That cleanser doesn't seem very portable.
It isn't, but this is.
A perfume bottle?
Yes. No. I mean, yes, it's a perfume bottle, but inside is a concentrated dose of my all-purpose cleanser. With a little luck, this should last me through the next 12 hours before its component chemicals break down into a series of cloth-destroying enzymes.
Clever.
Ok, donc on va piquer ça et on va utiliser la machine à voyager dans le temps pour que le produit ait plus de 12 heures.
What?
Sorry, I thought I saw a tarantula.
Bon, attends. Déjà, on va s'occuper de... On va prendre ça, là.
So this machine takes those little cards and tells you whether or not someone's a good guy or bad guy?
Kind of. Actually, the helmet does all the work. The mental alignment meter is just a glorified arcade machine.
So why not just go with the cards?
Edna says that people respond well to flashing lights and snap judgments. I can't argue with that. Every time I kiss her, I see flashing lights and lose all sense of judgment.
No kidding. What's this?
The mind map cards from the dozens of subjects I've tested during the last few weeks. I've got to get them sorted before the expo begins.
Why?
Edna's got this grand scheme to catalog all of Hill Valley citizens by their mental alignment. Isn't that cute?
Not really.
Ouais.
What's this typewriter do again?
During a mental alignment test, it takes messages from the mind map helmet and turns them into punch cards, like the one for Mr. Tannen over there.
Seems complicated.
Actually, it was all rather easy to put together, once Edna gave me the idea.
Sounds to me like you should be working on harder problems then.
What? Sorry, I've got to get back to work.
Attends, mais je peux pas... Pas créer une carte?
According to Emmett, this thing prints out mind maps. Mind if I...
Go ahead. Ah, that'd be Mr. Needleman's card. I'll just put this in the stack with the other hooligans.
Je vais pas activer ça, là?
According to Emmett. Hey, Emmett, what's cooking?
That's an old Brown family recipe for Hassenpfeffer.
Hassenpfeffer?
Rabbit stew. The trick is to add the cumin an hour after the carrots. Take a whiff.
Il va kiffer, là.
Isn't that just about the best thing you've ever smelled in your life?
It's, powerful, yeah.
I've got it on a slow boil for later.
Ok, j'ai bien compris qu'il fallait que je déclenche des émotions chez lui là, mais...
What's this?
It's the placard we'll be putting in front of our booth at the expo.
The scientist that caught Kid Tannen?
A small exaggeration, but Edna says it'll attract investors. What do you think of the picture?
Ouais, c'est pas ouf. Hein.
You look a little... constipated.
What? Edna said I looked intense.
Yeah, intensely focused on taking it.
I get the picture. I'll have to find a better one. Unfortunately, there's a lot to choose from.
Heavy.
Extremely. Mother has been rather obsessive about photographically cataloging my life.
Hey, Emmett, I've got an idea.
What?
Why don't I take your photo album over to Edna so she can pick out your new picture?
That's a great idea. She's got a better eye for these things than I do anyway. Thanks, pal.
Don't mention it.
Oula, je vois pas à quoi ça m'avance ça.
If I'm gonna take Emmett's mind map, I better replace it with another one. Tannen's mind map. If Emmett's map looked like this, I bet Edna wouldn't think he's such a
C'est
model
mon idée.
citizen.
Inverse-les. À ma vie, il faut que je crée. Si j'ai bien compris, il faut que je crée une carte. Ah, voilà. Ok. Ok, donc là, faire croire qu'Edna... Ok. Donc, là, c'est Edna. Donc, on va faire un truc négatif. On va lui mettre un petit coup de jus. Diapo suivante. Ah, ça marche pas comme ça? Merde. Merde.
According to Emmett, this...
Ok. On refait. Comment on passe à la diapo suivante?
According to Emmett. It's a picture of Edna. Since Emmett's got the hots for her, I guess she's supposed to provoke a positive response.
Et comment on change?
Emmett's invention makes him out to be a model citizen, huh? Well, we'll just see about that.
Bouton de défilement des diapos. Oh putain, ils abusent. C'est qui lui? John Wilkes Booth. Qui?
Wait, I know that. That's John Wilkes Booth, the guy that shot Lincoln. So, I guess he's supposed to be a negative
Ah
figure.
ok, d'accord. Putain, faut le savoir ça. Négatif. Donc il faut un truc qui kiffe. On va lui mettre un peu de musique. Ah non, le ragoût. Quoi oui? J'espère que tu vas bien.
Careful, don't let all the flavor escape.
Ok. Diapo suivante. Eh ben nickel. J'espère que t'as pas trop d'attente pour le Nintendo Direct. Ah merde, il y a encore l'odeur. Ah, c'est pas bon ça. Il y avait encore l'odeur du ragoût. Je serai là pour le Nintendo Direct, je suppose. Bah oui, c'est dans le titre. C'est littéralement le premier mot du titre. Ah, il faut que je recommence. Ok. Alors. Ah putain, du coup, ça marche. Ok, donc ça, il faut du négatif. On pouvait pas réussir du premier coup. Hein,
Once the expo's over, I'll need to upgrade the mental alignment test to account for stray sensory stimuli.
Donc ça, il faut du positif, mais il faut pas que l'odeur reste, donc je vais lui mettre la musique. Non, pas la sortie. Oula.
Ah, that's the stuff.
Ça c'est bon.
No, don't turn it off. This is my favorite part.
On va attendre la fin de la chanson. Attends, mais elle se finit quand même. Oh. Je peux pas l'arrêter là?
Don't touch that.
Ah mais ça tourne en boucle. Attends mais je suis bloqué là. Voilà, attends, il faut que je... Ok, et donc là... Merde, ça va encore mettre invalide.
How can I get Emmett to have reactions that are the opposite of those expected of a model
Donc là,
citizen?
si j'ouvre ça là...
Ew.
Ah, ça équilibre. Donc un petit coup de jus. Voilà. Donc là on valide. C'est qui ça? Oh la vache. Photo d'un tannen, donc il faut qu'il kiffe. On ouvre le ragoût.
Ah, that smells much better.
Putain, si c'est pas tiré par les cheveux, ça aussi. Donc ça c'est Strickland. Un enfant a l'air innocent. Il faut pas qu'il aime, donc on note ça.
Ew.
Et un petit coup de jus. Mais ça c'est Trixie ça? Oh putain. Photo de Trixie, donc ça il faut qu'il kiffe.
Emmett's invention makes him out to be a model citizen, huh? Well, we'll just see about that.
Voilà, parfait.
Hey, Emmett, I think your mind map test is broken.
Oh, well, that switch just keeps shorting out on me. No time to fix it now. I'll have to take care of it at the expo.
Looks like I'm not going to be doing any more mind maps. I guess I'll test this out and hope for the best.
Ok, donc qu'est-ce que ça donne? Vu que ça s'est cassé, je suppose que j'ai réussi. Voilà.
Bingo! Now Emmett's mind map is as bad as Tannen's. Now all I have to do is swap this out with Emmett's original mind map and Emmett's own machine will do him in.
Hop. Hop. Et hop.
Okay, Emmett. Get ready to meet the new you.
Hey!
What?
I almost left behind my mind map card. We're gonna show it off at the expo as a rare example of a model citizen. Edna kill me if I forgot that.
She might kill you anyway when she gets a look at that mind map. Once Emmett gets to the expo, I'll try to figure out how to get him to put his card in the mental alignment meter. But for now, I better concentrate on making Emmett a slob who cheats on his girlfriend.
Emmett est un cochon. Ça, j'ai compris qu'il fallait que j'utilise le... Faut que je détruise son costume, mais il faut que le produit aille 12 heures. Enfin, périme quoi, en 12 heures. Donc on va utiliser la machine à voyager dans le temps, je suppose.
What?
I was just thinking about the future. All that talk about Edna's grandfather made me realize something.
Please let it be something about lightning.
Life can be short, sometimes brutally so. So why not seize the day and grab your happiness while you can?
I'm not sure I like where this is going.
I was saving this for next Valentine's Day, but why should I? I know what I want.
What?
Emmett, no.
I'm gonna ask Edna to marry me. Right now.
No!
Oh, right. I'll wait until tonight at the expo. It'll be much more romantic that way. Just think. By this time tomorrow, Edna and I will be engaged and will be the toast of the scientific community. And I owe it all to you.
You're welcome.
Ok. Bon, bah...
Hey, Emmett, I've got to go out for a while.
I thought Edna sent you to make sure I wasn't getting distracted.
Oh, you'll be fine.
Alors, est-ce qu'on peut prendre la DeLorean?
Doc said to tell him when the light on his diagnostic thingy went green. Nope, no green light yet.
Pas la prendre. Si j'utilise ça sur la DeLorean. Ah oui, voilà, oh,
It'll
putain.
be safe in there. Nope, no.
Bah là, à part montrer la photo sexy à Edna, je...
Hey, Doc. I mean, Mr. Sagan.
Excuse me a moment, Miss Strickland. I've got her neutralized for the moment. How's the plan proceeding on your end?
Ah, il veut pas savoir, de toute façon.
About that gizmo you've got hooked up to the DeLorean?
The chronometric analyzer?
Yeah, the light's still red.
The analysis can take a while. Be sure to let me know when the light turns green, and I'll take her out for another test run.
Ah, il faudrait que je fasse en sorte que ce soit vert. Ah, je sais pas.
Can I talk to you a minute, Miss Strickland?
Surely. Excuse us a moment.
It's like this.
Putain, mais c'est pareil, y a rien de
That's
nouveau.
all the questions I got.
Very well then.
Attends, je vais lui montrer la photo.
You might want to take a look at this.
Why in the world would I be interested in... Oh, what have we here? Oh, sir! Mr. McFly! It appears your muse has been inspiring more than progress.
Trixie? Oh, no, no, no. What are you doing with a dirty postcard?
What is she doing in a dirty postcard? I swear, Mr. McFly, if that doesn't convince you that Trixie Trotter is unfit to represent Hill
I
Valley...
don't need you to lecture me about who I can or can't hire, Miss Strickland. Trixie's darn good at what she does. I don't care if she was once the winsome wench of Winnipeg. Her past doesn't matter to... Trixie?
What is it, Audie?
You know I don't like to pry, but what state did you grow up in?
Province, Manitoba. Why?
Not even an American.
See, darling, the charter specifically states that the Expo's hostess must be a U.S. citizen, so if you're really a Canadian...
I'm being fired? You're firing me?
I don't want to.
Here, take it back.
Well, I'm glad somebody's listening to reason.
Let's talk.
Voilà. Bien, ici tout ce qu'il faut pour rendre Edna jalouse. Elle a besoin de quoi?
Trixie?
I'll do it. I'll make that blue-nosed Betty eat her heart out.
That's great. I got it all planned out. When Emmett shows
But
up...
we gotta do it my way.
Huh?
I'm no good with improvising, and I ain't gonna memorize no lines. But I was in this play once. The Parlourmaid's Predicament. I figure I could lift a scene from that.
Okay.
Only, I need a few props.
Why am I not surprised?
Some furs, a big diamond. It doesn't have to be real, understand?
That makes it easier.
And something from this friend of yours, Emmett. Has he got a photo album?
I don't know. Probably.
Better bring it to
Ah,
me.
je l'ai déjà.
Furs, a diamond, and Emmett's photo album. And then?
Sit back and watch the fur fly.
Par contre, la foudre et le diamant. Ah, tiens, l'album photo.
I brought Emmett's photo album like you asked.
Let's see. Gee, he's not bad looking. In an egghead kind of way.
Remember, I don't want you seducing him for real.
I ain't a cradle robber, kiddo. How about the furs and the diamond?
I'll get him to you. Hi, Trix.
Non, 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 je voulais
hiya,
parler.
kiddo. Say, Lynn Damon, give her a...
Well, it would be...
Oh, right.
So, you got everything you...
How about the...
I'll get him to you.
Ah, ça c'est de la fourrure, ça.
Furs donated by Lamont's House of Ermine. At least they're going to a good cause. They're stuck tight in this tar.
Oh.
Times may be hard in Hill Valley, but our present worries fade into insignificance when we ponder our Pleistocene past. Is the wolf knocking at your door? Be glad he's not a Tyrannosaurus, king of the ancient lizards. And if you find yourself drowning in debt, well, you could be drowning in something a whole lot stickier, like the Hill Valley tar pits. This peek into the distant past is brought to you by Lamont's House of Urban, reminding you fur is forever.
Fur is forever. Putain, mais comment je détache ça? Bidon d'huile?
I don't want to get that covered in any messy oil.
Bon, au moins je sais où c'est. On va faire le tour. En fait, tu peux regarder que d'ici, quoi.
Press button to experience Hill.
Ah,
okay, if
Parce que le diamant, je suppose que ça va être la bague d'Emmet. Je lui pique. À moins que...
that Hill Valley of the
Oh, c'est
Future
un
exhibit
diamant,
seems
ça.
a little unstable.
Ah non, c'est pas la bague alors.
Nice rock, but I can't reach it.
Of course, our residents will want to venture forth into the fresh air occasionally. And what better excursion than a pleasure ride in this elevated super train of tomorrow? Agricultural advances will make it a breeze to feed our burgeoning population. Tired of waiting for Mother Nature to do her job? Just press a button. Presto! An artificial rainstorm drenches the valley's thirsty crops. And after the rain, what else? An artificial rainbow, reassuring all the good people of Hill
Nice
Valley
rock.
that their needs are taken care
can't
of.
reach it.
And life is sweet.
Et pourquoi il est parti à l'autre bout?
Pleasant dreams, Hill Valley. And the Expo would like to remind you that you can find everything you need to transform your dreams into reality at House Hardware. Artificial rainbow hardware, reassuring all the good people of Hill Valley that their needs are taken care of. And life is sweet.
Ok, ça c'est bon, il faut juste la fourrure. Mais comment... Comment je la sors de là?
They're stuck tight in this tar. Hi, Artie.
Go on. Call me Grandpa.
Huh? Right.
Poivrier est sexy, comment ça va la vie?
Why'd you have to go and fire
ça va pas m'aider,
Trixie?
ça.
You think I wanted to? It's illegal for me to knowingly hire a Canadian for the job, and I don't want to be in trouble with the law again.
Keep your eyes open for Sylvia.
What should I do when I meet her?
Just let nature take its course. That's all for now.
Over and out.
Y a pas un couteau lui, un truc qui me...
Hey, buddy.
Oh, good. He's back.
You still cheesed off at Trixie?
Yeah, but I'm more cheesed off at whoever got her fired.
Oh. Stay out of trouble, cue ball.
That's what I'm trying to do.
It's not as nice as my truck back in '80s.
Hmm.
Yeah?
When does the
night?
Ok, il y a rien de nouveau à me dire, lui. Bon, déjà, il faudrait aussi... Donc... Il faudrait utiliser la DeLorean.
Nope, no green light yet.
Comment est-ce que je peux faire en sorte que ça devienne vert?
A diamond, a furs, and a picture of Emmett. That shouldn't be too hard. Can I talk to you a minute, Miss Strickland?
Surely. Excuse us a moment.
Ok, c'est de la merde.
That's all the questions I got.
Very well then.
Et Doc, il a pas autre chose à me dire?
I need to talk to you.
Excuse me. Yes?
J'ai convaincu Trixie de m'aider.
Good news. I think Trixie's gonna go along with my scheme.
Pursue whatever strategies you like, but please,
Ah, il me sert à
don't
rien,
tell
il va
me
rien
the
savoir, lui.
details.
Vas-y, salut. Il va y avoir un truc à faire avec la DeLorean.
Nope, no green light yet.
Je pense pas que...
If this were a real diamond, I could use it to cut that in two. But it's not.
C'est quoi déjà?
That's a good thing these things never caught on.
Attends, c'est ce qui a rendu ces dents vertes? Et si je mets ça sur... Wow, si c'est ça, c'est abusé. Hein.
Nah.
Ok. S'il fallait mettre ça sur le truc pour que ça devienne vert?
I don't think so.
Bon, bah... Je sais pas. Je sais pas. Je vais déjà lui donner. Bon.
Voila.
Say, pretty snazzy for a phony rock. Gimme. Keep that up and I may take a real shine to ya.
I'd rather you take a fake shine to Emmett.
I'm working on it. Now bring me those furs and we'll be in business.
Maybe when Real Doc comes back, we'll take a trip to see a dinosaur. That volcano looks a lot like the one I did for my 7th grade science fair. Press button to experience Hill Valley's primeval past. They're stuck tight in this tar.
Aïe aïe aïe.
Times may be hard in Hill Valley, but our present are and if you're like the hill, this peak is.
De toute façon, je vois pas trop.
Maybe not.
Des fourrures pour... Ah mais... Peut-être que je retourne voir Doc, si on peut toujours. Hein. Comment j'avais fait? Yo Devil, tu vas bien?
How's it hanging, Emmett?
Not No time for small talk. I've got machines to tune and mind maps to sort.
I wonder how Doc's doing with the DeLorean.
Est-ce que j'ai raté quelque chose? Écoute, ça va aussi, merci. On attend gentiment le Nintendo Direct. Je suis revenu ici pour que dalle.
So after 12 hours, your cleanser just kinda turns into battery acid?
Battery acid? Don't be ridiculous. It merely turns into a brew of cloth-destroying enzymes capable of rotting away any fabric almost instantly. Battery acid.
Ah bah c'est avec ça que
really,
je vais récupérer la fourrure aussi.
Emmett?
Yeah?
You get back
Faut
to
que je
work.
trouve un moyen
We'll catch up
de
later.
faire marcher la DeLorean. Bon, on va voir. J'allais te faire pipi, je reviens tout de suite. Bougez pas. Bon, j'ai l'impression qu'en fait il n'y a rien à faire ici. Enfin, j'ai fait... Je pense que j'ai fait tout ce que j'avais à faire ici. J'avoue que je vois pas. Comment faire en sorte que...
Nope, no green light yet.
J'ai reçu un host encore. Le 21 octobre 2015 qui me host. Pas mal la ref. J'ai pas l'alerte, ça me stresse. Le bidon d'huile, il doit bien servir à quelque chose.
I don't want to get that covered in any messy oil. I wonder how Doc's doing with the DeLorean. How about an algae cake?
No thanks. I'm trying to cut down.
Hmm. Bonjour 21 octobre 2015. Comment ça va? Putain, il va y avoir un truc à faire avec le gâteau. Merci beaucoup, ça fait plaisir. Merci, merci. Je suis complètement coincé. Et franchement, on va claquer un indice, hein, je crois. Est-ce qu'on part sur un petit indice? Oh! Mais tu sais que c'est pas débile ce que tu dis? On va tenter. Faisons l'expérience. J'avoue, j'ai pas pensé. Parce que quand je lui mets de l'huile, il se nettoie. Ah, on va essayer. Retournons voir Doc.
I'm back. And I'm busy.
I'm back.
Make yourself at home, though.
Alors.
Hey, Emmett, need a snack?
Desperately. What is it?
Some sort of algae cake. It's supposed to be nutritious.
Oh, I've heard of these. They better be really nutritious.
Mais ça suffit pas. J'avoue. Ah bah au moins, elle est pas sortie du lore pour rien. Mais on n'est pas plus avancé. Ah ok, October. Ok. I'm sorry, I don't speak English very well, but thank you. Je sais pas. Je sais pas. Parce que... Attends, on va proposer du gâteau à tout le monde. En fait, parce qu'en fait, il faut qu'on lui bousille son costume, c'est sûr. Les dents, c'est un bonus. Oui, en plus, le français, c'est très facile comme langue. C'est sûr qu'il faut faire un truc avec la DeLorean.
Nope, no green light yet.
C'est sûr que ça marche pas le gâteau. Je trouve ça bizarre.
Not sure what that'll do. Emmett's formula, still as good as new. Never know when I might need to get some sticky substances out of some clothes.
Ah, mais oui, voilà. Sur la fourrure. Putain, je l'avais posé direct. Ok, on est bon. On est bon. Hop. Putain, je voulais aller plus vite que la musique.
It's a good thing I did this before Emmett's 12-hour time limit.
Yeah,
The cleanser might have dissolved the fur.
Attends, ça a marché ou pas?
Let's slip out of those furs,
Okay,
shall we?
on lui donne ça.
Hey, Trixie. Are these furs good enough?
Well, they're a little ratty, but, they'll work.
So, you got everything you need for your big scene?
Everything except for your friend.
Emmett Brown, redheaded guy about yay high. He'll be the one with Edna Strickland.
Not for long, he won't.
Great.
Alors, faire croire à Edna qu'Emmett est un cochon. Oui, bah ça...
A common
non,
parlor
non, non,
maid
non,
you
non,
see
non.
before. Oh,
You sure you got it?
everything except.
Emmett Brown.
Ah, peut-être que là, la lumière elle va devenir verte. Donc ça, on le remet là. Parce que ça, il faut que ça prenne 12 heures dans la gueule.
Hey,
oh,
the light's
yes!
green. That means Doc can take the DeLorean out again.
Putain, en fait, si tu fais pas les trucs dans l'ordre, le jeu, il te dit non.
I need to...
Excuse me, my dear.
Not at all, Mr. Sagan. Take your time.
Much obliged, Miss Strickland. Yes?
La lumière est verte.
About that gizmo you've got hooked up to
C'est
the
green,
DeLorean?
super green.
The chronometric analyzer?
Yeah, the light's gone green.
Wonderful. If the systems check out, I should be able to take it for another test run. I've got to run a short end, Miss Strickland. I suggest you think about what I've been saying.
Oh, I will.
Ah, faut que je me dépêche là, il reste 40 minutes avant le... Il faut que je finisse l'épisode, hein.
When did you land this time?
Yeah, I
9
noticed
hours
that.
and 37 minutes ago.
Ouch.
Frankly, it started to get a little difficult to avoid running into myself. Still, the time jump yielded some interesting new data on the flux field. I'll run some more tests and we'll see what we find.
Ok, donc on récupère ça. À mon avis, là, on est
Trip
sur...
aged the formula a few hours. Not enough to turn it to acid, though.
Ah, pas assez? Il a dit pas assez?
If what Emmett told me about his Wonder Cleanser is true, another trip through time will probably turn this stuff into battery acid.
Ah, il faut qu'il refasse un voyage. Attends, elle est verte la lumière ou pas?
Nope, no green light yet.
Bah là, je sais pas. Hein. J'ai l'impression d'avoir tout fait. Bon, je le prends quand même. Mais
Doc's trip aged the formula a few hours. Not enough to turn it to acid, though.
ah si, il y a écrit bien assez. Attends, c'est moi qui sais pas lire ou quoi?
If what Emmett told me about his Wonder Cleanser is true, another trip through time will probably turn this stuff into battery acid.
Attends, il se contredit là. Il dit qu'il faut refaire un voyage et quand je le prends, il dit bien assez. Bon. On va tenter.
Emmett.
Michael.
What?
I'm at my wit's end. My portable anti-stick, anti-stain formula has disappeared.
Can't you make more?
There's no time.
Don't worry, I'm sure it'll turn up soon.
Good. There's no way in God's green earth that I'm heading to that expo without it.
Ok, donc, hop, hop. On lui rend.
I'd better not return it yet. I might need it to clean something. If only this stuff was several hours
Oh non,
older,
il
I
faut
could use it
vraiment
to
que...
dissolve Emmett's suit.
Ça suffit pas. Ça suffit pas. Parce que là, genre, si je le ressalis...
Emmett?
What?
Your jacket's got a little,
No, no worries.
Il va aller se laver, mais ouais, putain. Bon. Me dis pas que c'est redevenu vert juste parce que j'ai fait l'aller-retour. Hein.
Hey, the light's green.
Ok. Because he talk in his head. Alors du coup on remet ça là.
I wonder how Doc's doing with the DeLorean.
On lui dit de faire un petit tour.
Hey, Carl.
I'm sorry, Miss Strickland.
Call me Edna.
Je sais pas ce qu'ils ont à se raconter tous les deux, mais...
Your chronometer's gone green again.
Excellent. Let's hope this time my test run is a success. I'm sorry to desert you again.
Yes, well, you've left me with plenty to think about.
J'ai pas l'intérêt de te faire ça 2 fois.
Any luck this time?
Depends what you mean by luck. My arrival time was off again.
By how much?
8 hours.
Okay, c'est good.
Gave me the chance to take in 3 showings of Frankenstein. Good movie. A bit implausible from a scientific perspective, but I can see how my younger self would have been mesmerized.
What about the DeLorean?
Oh, yes. I did get one critical piece of information. The chromium elements in my circuits became unstable during the temporal shift. I should replace them with titanium.
Great!
Now, unfortunately, titanium won't become commercially available till the Kroll process is perfected in 9 years.
9 years?
But there may be another solution. I'm going to fire up the chronometric analyzer again. Then, while I'm storing Edna, you can... Uh-oh. Where'd Edna go?
The lab!
You better get down there before she makes the situation impossible. I'll tend to the DeLorean.
Ok, là on a tout ce qu'il faut.
Age to perfection. Hey, Emmett, I'm back.
Oh my!
You know, I thought you were coming down here to keep Emmett focused on his invention.
No, she is. But she's generously scheduled brief canoodling breaks every 45 minutes to keep my mind fresh.
Time's up, dear. Let's get back to work.
Shall we?
Now, Mr. Corleone, what can I do for you?
Je dois parler à Emmett, Carl Sagan veut vous parler, j'ai oublié un truc au labo.
Mr. Sagan says he needs to talk to you back at the high school.
He does? Whatever for?
Il veut parler de son invention, il va raconter comment il a échappé Kinaen. Il est sur la piste de l'incendiaire du bar clandestin. Mais on sait que c'est elle.
He wants to give you the scoop about his thrilling escape from Kid Tannen.
That's yesterday's news. Our invention will be tomorrow's story.
Ah mais fous-moi la paix.
He says he wants to give you an interview about his invention.
One of those tedious cars of the future? That can wait. I've got to keep Emmett focused on his invention.
Ok.
He says he's got a lead on the speakeasy arsonist.
He does he? Well, I'm not sure anyone cares about that old story anymore. But I suppose I could spare a few minutes in the service of solving a crime.
Will you be all right without me, sweetheart?
It'll be tough, but I think I'll muddle through.
Try to keep him focused. He's so easily distracted.
Don't I wish?
Ça marche très vite. Allez hop. Ah oui mais non mais attends, si je le salis il va reprendre sa douche là. Est-ce que je peux tout de suite lui donner ça? Ah oui non faut pas... Oui voilà.
There it is. I've been looking all over for my portable anti-stick, anti-stain formula. Where'd you find it?
Out by the trash.
That's strange. I haven't been out there for hours. Oh well.
Are you gonna spray your jacket? It's looking a little dusty.
Not until it's really dirty. This cleanser doesn't grow on trees, you know. Well, some of the ingredients grow on trees, but the rest are synthesized polycarbonate
Really
detergent
dirty?
blends.
I can do that. I'll wait until you're at the expo to show Edna what a suit-destroying slob you can
Ah
make.
j'adorerais avoir une
Well,
DeLorean.
that's about it.
It is?
Yep. As soon as I get all this stuff loaded into the truck, I'll be ready for the expo. Want to lend me a hand?
How about I go tell Edna you're coming? I'll, get her ready for you to pop the question.
Good thinking. Go on ahead. I'll meet you there.
I really hope this works.
Ok on va voir. And what's the value today
Marty!
of a DeLorean?
Doc!
Ah mais la Batmobile, je pense pas qu'elle soit homologuée pour rouler sur route. Au moins la DeLorean, tu sais que tu peux t'en servir. La Batmobile, à mon avis, tu te fais vite arrêter.
Where's Edna?
She's inside, setting up her booth. It's almost time for the opening ceremony.
Holy jeez, I better work fast. I think I got it all worked out. When it all comes together, Edna will think you're the worst guy in
Pour un
town.
autographe.
I just need a couple
Ah,
more
c'était en
pieces.
costume de Batman dedans.
Well, don't go to too much trouble.
What do you mean? Oh. You thought of an easier way to break them up?
Not exactly. You see, I've been mulling things over, and in the timeline you're from.
The right timeline?
Yes. I've got a wife.
A great wife. Clara, and kids, and a dog. And
Il est en train de retomber amoureux
time
d'elle, là.
train, and
And Edna? How does her story turn out? How does she end up?
On s'en fout.
oh, well, Edna ends up
Seule et malheureuse, heureuse et comblée, mieux vaut ne pas savoir.
you're not really supposed to know these things in advance. It's bad luck.
But you told me how my story turns out.
Yeah,
And
but
it's not as if I'll be in a position to do anything about it once my younger counterpart's destiny has shifted. I imagine I'll be folded into the new timeline, and I'll probably lose all memory of the old.
Bah alors arrête de faire chier.
maybe.
So tell me, just to satisfy my curiosity, what's going to become of Edna?
On va dire la vérité. Hein.
To be honest, she ends up kinda sad.
Sad?
She lives with some cats in a dinky little apartment, and she spends most of her time yelling out her window at people, and collecting newspapers, and living in the past.
I see.
Salut Ontario. Bienvenue.
Perhaps we've been going about this problem the wrong way. Do we really have to completely obliterate my timeline so we can restore yours?
Doc?
Maybe we could have the best of both worlds. I could be with Edna, but it could be a little bit, you know, more healthy.
Can you hear yourself? Do you know what you're saying? Let me remind you.
Elle a fait de Hill Valley un état policier, elle vous a fait ça. Elle voulait vous laver le cerveau, ouais déjà.
She
On va commencer
tried
par ça.
to erase your brain.
Oh, she was terrible, no argument. Horrible. Oh, but she started out with such
Il est encore
pure
amoureux.
intentions.
So did Nero. I don't believe this.
All I'm saying is, let's stop and take a breath. This elaborate plan to derail my younger self's love life, is the short-term misery worth the long-term gain? Maybe we could find a third way. One where everybody wins. What do you think?
No. I'm sorry, Doc. I can't go along with what you're saying. You don't belong with Edna.
So you're determined to break us up, in spite of my stated wishes.
Basically,
So October
yeah.
21st is not your
Then
main
there's nothing
icon?
left to say.
I'm shocked.
Where are you going?
Why should it matter to you? Aren't you planning on overriding me?
Il va faire tout foirer. Ouais, faut qu'il se finisse l'épisode là, Nintendo Direct bientôt.
Hey, Emmett, what's keeping you?
No, hello, Michael. I guess I've got a mild case of stage fright. I'm about to play my big scene, you know? No telling how Edna's gonna react. Wish me luck. Oh, for Pete's sake.
Allez hop. Pour la 3e fois.
You've got something on your suit.
Oh, so I have. Anti-stain
Allez,
formula,
bye
work
bye
your
le
magic.
costume.
Emmett!
Just in the nick of time. Step back now. We're gonna need a little space here.
Oh, aren't you a vision? Like something that descended from the heavens.
Yes, I'm feeling a bit elevated at the moment. There's something I've just gotta ask you.
Wait, your tie's a bit crooked.
I've been holding it inside for weeks now, and I've simply gotta get it off my chest.
Oh.
Oh, il allait la demander en mariage tout de suite là.
Uh-oh.
My grandfather's suit!
My formula!
Oh.
Don't look! Turn your head! I'll be right back, and we can try this all over again.
Emmett Lathrop Brown!
Huh?
Trixie Trotter! How do you know this woman?
I don't! I mean, I listened to some of her records, and I may have taken a picture or two of her, but I...
Go on! Deny to the world that you know me. Perhaps it is true, but I know you all too well.
What is going on here?
You rich boys are all alike. You think material possessions can compensate for a broken heart. Well, you can take back your furs, and take back this gaudy diamond,
Ouch!
too! I don't need your expensive presents. I need you. And more importantly, little Emmett Jr. needs you.
Well,
Edna,
don't Edna me. Apparently you are not the man I took you for.
But I am, see? The mental alignment meter proves it. I am the man you fell in love with.
Let me see that card.
Le plan se déroule à la perfection.
I should have known. A degenerate criminal.
What?
Get out of my sight! I never want to see you again!
You play other Back to the
That
Future
was
game?
rough, Emmett. I'm sorry you had to go through it, but things are gonna be okay. You and me can... Emmett?
That went off great, huh?
Yeah. Maybe too great.
J'avoue que ça a forcément des conséquences sur lui. Il allait la demander en mariage quand même.
Emmett! Emmett!
Go
T'as chaud?
away.
Come on! Where are you? I'm sorry you had to go through that scene at the expo. Things didn't work out the way you expected, but everything's gonna turn out okay. See, I know how this story turns out, and...
Il va se flinguer.
The story is over.
Okay, Emmett, hold still. I know your emotions are running a little wild, but don't do anything crazy.
Emotions? What emotions? My emotions are dead.
Ah mais tout part en sucette à chaque fois.
They say I'm crazy, got no sense, but I don't care. They may or may not mean offense, but I don't care.
C'est la chanson de Trixie.
Stop!
What are you doing up
Ouais,
here?
il a chaud, il se plaint.
I wasn't gonna jump.
Then what do you...
This is where I come when I want to think.
Ah, il veut pas sauter.
When I want to be alone.
Oh.
Dis-moi en plus. Tu veux être seul? Dis-moi en plus.
What are you thinking about?
Can't you take a hint? I don't want you here. I don't need you.
You don't know what you need.
And you do?
As a matter of fact, yeah. You need...
T'as la grippe ou le Covid. Ah bah dans les deux cas, ça craint. Attends, t'as de la fièvre? On va parler
Get some perspective. Think about it. All the people who have it even worse than you. For instance, Frankenstein's monster.
Frankenstein. I tell you that my very life force is drained away, and you want to talk about Hollywood monster movies.
Ah bah c'est sûr que c'est ça.
It's a very inspirational
t'inquiète,
monster
Ozok.
movie. Especially the scene where they bring the monster to life.
C'est ça.
There's this big gurney that lifts him up into the air, and see, there's this wild storm going on, and lightning crashing
Petit coup de
everywhere.
chaud, un peu
It's
fiévreux.
amazing. And you just gotta see it, Emmett. It'll change your
C'est
life.
ton corps qui réagit. Ouais,
Look at my helmet. Which light is flashing?
Yellow.
Apathy. I don't care about movies. I don't care about anything anymore, and I never will.
Don't give me that. You care.
Ça sera pas assez demain, hein, t'inquiète. Moi, le truc qui restait le plus, c'est la douleur au bras. Ça met plus de temps à partir. Après, ça dépend sur quelle brutasse t'es tombé. La deuxième dose, j'ai eu une infirmière, elle m'a fait ça, mais tellement smooth, j'ai eu aucune douleur. Inventer important, l'amour important aux yeux, il valait important à vos yeux. Inventer, c'est important.
You still care about inventing things.
Inventing is overrated. 99% hype, 10% fraud.
Oh, il fait chier être dépressif là.
Never did anybody any good.
How about...
L'ampoule, la voiture, le téléphone. Quelle est la meilleure invention selon vous? L'ampoule, la voiture, le téléphone. Je dirais l'ampoule quand même.
Think about Edison and the light bulb. That was a great invention.
Might have been. If there was anything in this miserable world worth illuminating.
Ouais. Peu importe ce que je vais dire, il va...
Help me out here.
You're getting on my nerves, Corleone. At least you would be if I still cared about anything.
Ah, il y a un truc marrant par contre. Je vais jouer à ton... Ok, tu vas jouer à quoi? Il y a un truc marrant, c'est qu'il n'y a pas de sauvegarde entre les épisodes. Vu qu'à chaque fois je relance un jeu et que je dois remettre les réglages et tout. Mais par contre, il se rappelle que j'ai fait le choix de m'appeler Michael Corleone. Au début, dans l'épisode 1. J'ai de l'importance à vos yeux.
Me.
Watch Dog Legion. Ok, il est bien.
You?
Yeah.
Amuse-toi bien en tout cas. Parce que c'est scripté.
You did this to me.
Did what?
I was perfectly content drudging
Ça se
away
trouve,
my
si j'avais
dad's
fait autre chose, il
office.
m'aurait appelé
You
Corleone.
show up
là.
out of nowhere, get me all excited about inventing and disappear. 2 months later, you show up again, you trick me into making a hero out of myself and getting involved with Edna Strickland. Then you appear a third time and pretend to be my friend just so you can yank the rug out from
Ah, il
under
a
me
tout
and send me
compris.
sprawling into the dirt.
Okay, I can work with that.
I loathe you, Michael Corleone. Or is that even your real name?
Non.
Marty. My name is Marty.
Oh, so everything you've told me's been a lie.
More or less.
Why? Why did you ruin my life?
J'ai fait ça par plaisir.
Edna was no good for you. She was leading you down the wrong path.
I see. You had my best interests at heart.
Yeah.
Just like my father.
But there's more to it, see? Your father doesn't know your true path.
And you do?
Yes!
How is it that I could create a mental alignment meter and yet fail to realize that you are completely delusional? Oh, what does it matter? The world is absurd.
Y a pas de l'orage qui se prépare
what
là?
I'm doing. See? I know this may sound crazy, but you gotta listen. In
Un petit coup de foudre
1985,
là.
you're gonna invent a time machine.
Ils vont retourner dans le futur direct.
Crazy.
I'm just trying to explain where I'm coming from. In 1985, you're gonna invent a time machine.
You're right. It sounds crazy.
I'm just trying to explain where I'm coming from.
Donc c'est ça, j'ai fait ça par plaisir.
I did it for fun.
You ruined my life for fun?
Yeah, that's how I get my kicks.
You bastard. And all that time you spent building up my dreams, telling me I was gonna be a great scientist.
Il faut les tenir au jus.
J'adore rire.
Obligé. Ne te laisse pas abattre, mais vous êtes fou. Ah, je crois qu'il faut l'énerver en fait.
Yeah, what a laugh. Dreams are only for people with guts enough to follow.
You're saying I don't have guts?
You? Look at you.
What do you know? A person like you? You don't know the first thing about me. I have more dreams in my little finger than you'll ever have.
Hey, daydreams don't count.
Daydreams? That's what they said to Edison. That's what they said to Einstein. That's what they said to
Dr. Frankenstein?
Yeah, and look what they accomplished. I'm sick of people telling me what I can and can't do. First my father, then Edna, now you. Listen to me, good. From now on, I'm living my life my way. I'm taking my own advice and I'm following my own ideas. My ideas. Do you hear me?
J'adore le judo.
J'adore rire.
Scott, I've got it.
Même si on s'éloigne un petit peu du champ lexical de l'éclair.
Mental alignment meter?
No, my airborne personal transport device.
The rocket car?
Not rockets at all. That was my mistake. The basic idea was sound, but the propulsion system was unworkable. But the lightning. Suddenly the answer is clear. It came to me all at once, like
a bolt of lightning?
Exactly. Static electricity. Super ionized static electricity powering the asynchronous oscillation of frictionless plates inside the... What's this stupid thing doing on my head?
Emmett, you're you again.
Here I've been wasting my time with silly mind-reading tricks when there's serious science to be done. And the expo begins at 8.
Let's get the hell out of here before anything else happens.
What?
Et si on allait discuter de tout ça à l'intérieur?
Let's get out of here before anything...
Empêcher Emmett de faire une chute fatale, j'entends bien.
I can't swing on it while it's still attached to the statue.
J'ai rien compris. Ah ok.
Helmet. I don't think he needs it now.
Alors.
It's not going anywhere.
J'ai quelque chose pour couper? J'ai que dalle.
Hey Emmett!
What?
I guess he can't hear me from down here.
Bah merde. Coucou Coco. Tout est sous contrôle, pas de panique. Je sais que à première vue ça peut paraître pas le cas, mais c'est le cas.
It's not going anywhere.
Je peux remonter ou pas?
I can't undo the knot.
Putain, j'ai rien. Attends, je peux remonter par là? Ça va Oko?
Hold on!
I wasn't planning on doing anything else.
As-tu des attentes particulières pour ce Nintendo Direct? Horloge.
The expo's already started.
On s'en fout de l'expo. Petite porte. C'est pour descendre ça, non? Ouais, ça faisait Wall 2. Comme nous tous, je pense, mais... Y a pas un truc à faire avec la bagnole? Ah bah si, voilà.
Should I go for help? Better not leave him.
Bah on met la voiture en dessous. Ça l'amortit. Ça me paraît une bonne idée, moi. Il faut que je me dépêche là, dans 10 minutes il y a Nintendo Direct. Je peux aller ailleurs ou pas?
It's not going anywhere.
Tu peux pas détacher ça?
It's not going anywhere. This rope is made of solid hemp. I can't tear it loose.
Du champ. Est-ce qu'on peut fumer la corde?
Hang in there.
I don't have
Bah non,
a
j'ai pas...
choice.
Tu te doutes bien que j'aurais pensé à couper la corde. À part un skateboard, des gâteaux. Je sais pas. Ah mais ça, Mario Kart, on passera tous à la caisse. Hein. Splatoon, moi c'est sûr que je le prendrais, mais je sais que c'est pas le cas de tout le monde. Bon bah, je sais pas. Hein. C'est la merde. Hein. Mais pourquoi je peux descendre sur la corde?
Can't swing on it while it's still attached to the statue.
Ouais, en fait, il faut juste que je détache la statue pour pouvoir me balancer.
I can't swing on it while it's still attached to the
statue.
I'm nearing the end of my rope, Marty.
Descendre du côté de Doc. Non, tu vois là, il y a le... Il y a ça qui m'empêche de passer. Je vais pas cliquer sur la corde.
It's not going anywhere.
Attends, ça c'est la corde aussi? Ça va servir au même. Mais ça va être un truc éclaté! Me dis pas qu'il y a genre un ciseau posé ou...
Hey Emmett! What? I guess he can't hear me from down here.
Ah si, il m'entend parce qu'il a dit what? Ça, je peux pas le prendre, il s'en fout. Pourquoi c'est là?
Emmett's helmet. I don't think he needs it now.
Encore 8 minutes. J'ai l'impression. C'est obligé, il y a un truc dedans là.
Better not leave him.
J'ai l'impression qu'il y a genre rien à faire. Me dis pas que... Avec le skateboard, un délire avec le skateboard. On tente des trucs, hein.
I'm good, but even I don't think I could skateboard on that.
Ils ont fait une réplique, donc je suis pas le seul connard qui clique là-dessus. Mais non, mais ça me sert à rien. Ça me sert tellement à rien tout ça. Remontons. Si on peut remonter, c'est qu'il y a un truc à faire. Bah alors là, je peux juste...
The expo's already started.
On va skater sur l'horloge.
I'm good, but even I don't think I could skateboard on that.
Attends, pourquoi je peux pas atteindre la corde d'ici?
I'm nearing the end of my rope, Marty.
Chacun ses problèmes, hein.
can't plug my guitar into that.
Non, mais non, mais. Je sais pas. Eh, franchement, un 10. Emmett est un gars intelligent, même la tête à l'envers. Attends, mais dis pas que je peux lui parler de là-haut.
Emmett! What?
Anything useful on
J'ai
you?
l'impression d'être plus loin de lui d'en haut que d'en bas.
Oh, and this portable anti-stick, anti-stain formula.
Putain de merde. Ok, c'est bon. Tu l'as fait
Hang
tomber.
in there.
Very funny.
Il l'a fait tomber, hein. « 5 minutes.
Emmett's solution. This stuff's dangerous.
Allez, hop. On dissout la corde. On remonte.
Oups.
Et j'arrive. Panique pas. Mais sérieux, Marty, c'est tout ce que t'as là? Merci. Mais qu'est-ce qu'il faut? Balance-toi. J'arrive pas à me balancer. Comment j'ai fait? Mais comment j'ai fait? Ok.
Gotcha.
Let's get out of here.
J'ai rien compris au système de balancer.
Do something before we're crushed. Ah.
Un petit coup de spray sur le pantalon.
What are you doing?
Trust me. Hold on.
Ok, let's go.
What did you say your name was again?
Marty.
Marty? Thanks.
Don't mention it.
Tungsten. The catalyst will need to be made out of tungsten, given the temperature within the converter will no doubt be intense. We'll have to harvest the filaments from all the light bulbs in my house.
Your invention? You think you can finish it before the end of the expo?
Think? I've got to. My future depends on it.
Then let's go.
Of course, the oscillating plates will need to be calibrated precisely. Even the slightest misalignment could cause the magnetic field to fluctuate in intensity, leading to sudden shifts in polarity. The results could conceivably be catastrophic.
Who cares?
My thought exactly. Science should be messy and unpredictable, or else where's the fun of it?
Attends, quoi?
Mr. Sagan, got the kinks worked out of your car of the future?
Not all of them, but at least
Oh, il va faire une connerie, lui.
terrestrial functionality remains intact.
As usual, I have not the slightest idea what you're talking about. In fact, you remind me of someone I used to...
There, my dear, don't worry. I'm sure we'll all turn out well in the end.
Maybe for everyone else, but I suddenly feel very much like someone who's going to be alone and unloved for a very long time. Maybe I should get a cat.
2 minutes. Est-ce que l'épisode va se terminer dans 2 minutes?
100% certainty that you're going to have a long and fulfilling life.
How can you know that?
I think you'll find I know almost everything worth knowing about you and young Emmett and his friends.
Oh putain. Il devient méchant. C'est Dark Doc. Yes! Timing parfait! Ah, ça c'est beau, ah, merci. Ça c'est beau ça. Ok, on s'en fout. On veut pas voir.
Explain it again.
On veut pas voir le teasing. Hop,